Alright guys, I'm at an arcade. Pretty fucking big. I guess the arcade's upstairs. Over here's like a go-kart track. People racing and shit. Right over there is another arcade. And all kinds of crazy shit around here. Look at all this stuff. What is this, ladies and gentlemen? It appears to be some sort of castle. This is something called Magic Quest over here. So that first arcade I showed you, it was closed. Like the elevator was broken or something. But they had go-karts. But I went across the street, played some Time Crisis, played some Need for Speed Tokyo Drift. Over here like a mini golf. Back there's some more shit. This place is just like crazy with mini golf and go-karts and arcades and laser tag. This is something called Magic Quest. I think it's like a role-playing thing, like LARPing or something. So look at this fucking screen here. There's pixies, and you get treasure, you do quests. I don't know what the fuck you do in there. Kinda want to check it out, but I'd have to figure out what the point of it is first. This is like a pizza shop. Look at that fucking gates. This is Starbucks. Should have been filming already because I missed most of the good stuff. Most of the arcades. Especially this time of night when everything's all lit up. It looks really cool. Yeah, I'm kind of to the point now where it's all like restaurants and motels. I'll film some more tomorrow, maybe. I'm tired as fuck. Just gonna head back and edit some videos and clean up my Frontierville a little bit. So I'm in my motel back in Super 8. I didn't want to get anything to drink out of the, I guess the bathroom sink is where you get your water or whatever if you wanted to drink something. So I went to this Food City up the road to get some bottled water, which is in this fridge underneath the camera right now. And I got some apple juice, which the camera is sitting on, right? I'm pouring myself shots in these tiny Super 8 glasses because I don't have any real, like, big mugs or anything. And I got my ice here. It's really fucking weird. So I was thirsty as fuck. And, Food City, it was so weird. They don't have, like, normal checkout counters like Walmart or Kmart or any other, like, store has. It's like, you know the little conveyor belt things where you put your food? Where normally the customers stand? That's where the cashiers stand. And in front of the conveyor belt is like a little 1 foot square, tiny little thingamajig that you put your stuff on, I guess, and then the cashiers pick it up from there. And then maybe you walk back around to the other side to pay for it. I didn't know. I just paid like right next to the cashier because I didn't know. It was just like the most confusing thing I've ever seen. Like there's no where to put anything if you're paying. Well, I don't know. You just like leave your cart there and you go around to the other side. It's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. I wish I could have filmed it, but yeah, I don't really know anything else interesting. I told you about the attractions down in Pigeon Forge. But the arcade, like every time I go somewhere, it seems like it's closed, or like the animals in the zoo aren't here right now, or you can't go all the places, or something's shut down. But so far, it was a pretty eventful day for the first day. I have to admit, I went to the zoo, the Sun Sphere, the mall, Knoxville, played some arcade games, and I went to Shoney's to eat, and I went to the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I got a surprise for you guys. It's in the back of my car. I'll show you tomorrow, maybe. Or maybe when I get back. I don't know. I don't want to get them out right now. But they're fucking Wolverine claws. Oh, fuck, I just ruined the surprise. But goddamn, I got some Wolverine claws. That's my first souvenir. Pretty sweet. I got a pair of them. They come on a little plaque that goes on the wall. For one. So I guess I got 2 sets of those. I don't know why you'd have like 2 plaques with Wolverine claws. But you can't just buy 1 Wolverine claw. That's dumb. So I got 2 of them. Okay, guys. I am now at the Titanic Museum here. This is like a replica of the Titanic, apparently. A bit smaller than I thought. I thought it was supposed to be actually the size of the Titanic, which I think that's not as big as it is. And I actually thought it was back here. I got into the wrong parking lot, and there's like busloads of old people just pouring out. And it's like the Black Bear Jamboree. It's like some kind of gay country show while you eat breakfast. It's pretty, I don't know. There's tons of old people down there. I'm gonna go check this Titanic thing out. A big fucking anchor over there. Look at that shit. Alright, I just thought I would have to explain the Titanic Museum for you guys because they didn't let you take cameras in there. Something about copyright stuff, I don't know. But it was a ripoff. Some parts of the whole play, like a lot of the different arcades were kind of a ripoff too, because they're like $1 a play and you get to play for like a minute, or they jack the prices of stuff up so bad. I like to think of it as a spray painted turd. It looks good on the outside, but on the inside, you really regret biting into it. So here's the Titanic Museum in a nutshell. You expect to go up on top, right, on the deck, where, you know, from the movie, you know, you go up on the top. That's where all the stuff takes place. You never get to go on top. The top is just like the roof of the museum. The museum's like a little house or whatever, made to look like a boat. And you have these women outside with these boarding passes, and they're dressed in these black and white gowns. And they make you wait until different launches, I guess. Like when they have like 30 people or so, then they let you through. And then you just go in and you just kind of wander about. And it says, tour continues this way, wherever you walk through the different hallways. But a lot of it was really cheaply done. The first thing you go in and see, there's this guy giving you like this information. He's telling a story of like who he was. He's playing a character, and apparently he's died, but he's still telling you what happened anyway. And a lot of it's really boring, just like educational stuff. And the one thing I thought was really interesting that they said was in the Grand Staircase, when he said that back in 1918 or whatever, the linoleum floors had just been invented. So a lot of these rich people would tear out their Italian marble and put in linoleum, which is funny, and I guess that's what they use in the Grand Staircase. And at the end of the tour, you get your picture taken, and they can like Photoshop you with a blue screen onto the Grand Staircase. Instead of taking your picture there on the one that they have, they put it on a blue screen and they green screen you in. But it was just like you go to this. The first part is like in the coal room, where you can actually pick up a shovel and put coal into this oven to see what it's like to shovel coal. Nobody did because it was really awkward looking. And then there's this thing where, alright, get this. You go up to the steering wheel, and the guy tells you, like, these are the viewing conditions on that night when the Titanic sank, you know. And they just have, like, these little Christmas tree lights, like, to represent stars. And that's all you can see, is just some stars and blackness. And then you go down around the outside of that, and there's, like, this water that they've got. And this is the water chilled to 28 degrees like it was that night. You can actually put your hands into 28 degree water and feel how cold it was when they were sinking. What? That is retarded. You give me... It cost me $25 to go into a museum to put my hands in this cold water. And then they had this thing where these 3 different ramps were set up at different angles, like 45, 30, 20 degree angles, something like that. And you can stand on them and on the railings and feel what it was like when the boat was sinking at certain angles, to see how hard it would have been to walk. And they said they had like really slippery shoes back then, so it would have been like wearing bowling shoes. They had this hallway that said you can experience the first class hallway, which was about like a 10-foot section of hallway with 2 mirrors on both sides, so it reflected both of them and it looked like it was an infinitely long hallway. It was really fancy. That was really cheaply done. And the Grand Staircase, they kind of remodeled it, redid one. It's supposed to have been made out of the actual kind of wood that the real Grand Staircase was made out of. And it was alright, I guess, for a staircase. Then they had a few little, like, interactive video game things. I noticed one of them I did was for 10 and under, but I did it anyway. But it's like you just steer the steering wheel to the left as hard as you can, and you try to avoid an iceberg, and you always hit the iceberg, no matter how much you steer to the left. And there's one where you're, like, controlling an underwater searching, salvaging vessel trying to see the Titanic, and all you gotta do is push up, and you just keep holding up, and you'll eventually get the 5 checkpoints, and you'll win. I noticed they had like a thing that showed that the Titanic was as long as the Empire State Building is tall, or taller. And it's just like a bunch of informational stuff. The rest of it's not really anything special. I would not go to the Titanic Museum if I'm going on vacation down there. I would not recommend it.